We're getting out of that. We should go with that.
I hope that AE lock doesn't mean anything terrible.
Is it moving? I mean, the
It says the numbers are going.
Maybe it's a certain focus, type of focus.
I can look it up on this phone.
There you go. Would you do me a favor and get your books? Disgusting.
I ran out of space, so I started using the back, and then the next week I started using a notebook.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you know what you can also do is you can just put extra checks in. Looks like you practice like 3 times a week or something. Or 3 times a day, excuse me. Okay, I'm just warming up the house a little bit. How's that sound?
Good. It's bright.
It's bright. Do you like it bright or do you like it dark?
I like it bright.
Me too. You're like me.
Okay, so it's been a long time. I think we should do quintitudes.
Okay. I started to do 35.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try and find a book.
Well, I don't know. This one's not working well. So maybe
Oh, so maybe don't do it on that
Okay.
hot. Yeah.
That's okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just in case AE lock means something horrible.
Oh, right.
But that phone has more memory, so.
It means awful electronics. Just kidding. Okay. Do the bit A. Let's do the let's do page 34 first. Can we do the A string?
If I started with an E.
Oh,
It would be amazing. Island.
all right. So let's do on the A string, page 34, just to warm up first before we do 35.
Okay.
Good catch.
I'm learning my catching skills.
Apparently. Okay. Go for it. Good. Now two sword. Now. Or six sword, I should say. Good. Okay, so now turn the page. Next page.
Such a big book.
What's that?
It's such a big book.
Think so?
Some books are bigger.
It's true. We aren't going to do all of this, but we'll do most of it. All right, you ready? Top of the page.
I just did no sword because I.
Totally fine with me. Okay, so now same pickiness though, where you adjust the finger if it's not ringing. That one is, yep, yep. No vibrato though, because if you vibrato then it's hard to know where you are on this. What do you think? What's the name of that note?
E.
Yes. Now, have you tried slurring at all?
No.
I think this week you should start. And if you want, you can warm up with separate bows and then you go to 2 slurred and then what do you do?
Then 3.
What's that?
Then 3.
You could do 3 actually, yeah. Then, but I wouldn't do 4 because it won't work into the pattern very easily. Your brain will go crazy. So. So I would do separate to 2 slurred, and then I think after that you can just go to 6 slurred. I don't think you need to do, you know, everything, every single pattern. Okay, I think we should do shortcut shifting.
Okay.
I can read. How far along are you?
I'm on lesson 30. I finished lesson 35, so now I'm on lesson 36.
You're not a bad reader, right? So I think, yeah, I'd like you to whip through that. I see just left fewer checks. I want you to whip through it so we can go to a different book. Can you do that? Do it like every day reading?
And we have those books already.
Then see? So we're ready.
Yeah.
But you gotta do your part. Okay, shortcut shifting. Oh, we skipped a note. Now, here's the trick. You know that all the ringing in quinte etudes? Did you know that we can use those ringing tricks elsewhere? Like in shortcut shifting?
Yeah.
Let's try it. What do you think? Did the E's ring?
I guess so.
You don't sound very sure. I think we should try it again. Check it out. So that 4th finger, what's the name of that 4th finger? What's the name of that? Yep. So let's make it. There you go. What do you think? Did you get the E's ring that time?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we do it one more time? 4th position it's kind of one of the trickier ones. I mean, I think it's even harder than 5th and 6th. Maybe not harder than 10th or 11th. Right, because those are hard to reach and make sound beautiful. But 4th position is when the first one where you have to get your arm around. It's easy to get lost in space. Or what would that be like?
This is the
16th
highest
position?
note. This is the highest note on the whole violin.
It'd be fun for you to figure out what position that is. Unless your mom had to listen to that. She's a cellist. She's probably very sensitive to those high notes. Alright, okay. Do the 4th position again.
Got rust on my finger.
How could you ever play the violin? What do you think, that one?
It was good.
I think that was the best one, yeah. Okay. You ready to pick that one?
I think I should fix the
Yeah, what's the name of that note?
F sharp.
Thank you. Yes. I'll do it again. Not bad, huh? Nice and tuned, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next 6th. Okay, what comes after 6th position?
7.
Makes sense. What's the next position?
8.
Nice. All right. I think we should do our 3-octave G major scale.
Okay.
tried to slur?
8.
8? Okay, can we do 4 slurred right now?
Yeah.
What word do you use for 4 slurred?
Watermelon.
Now, how about wish I had a watermelon? How many is that slurred?
8.
Yeah. So our fingering got off a little bit. So if we wanted to start with a G, which finger would we use to play that G? It's kind of a tricky question, or tricky answer. So that's an A, you're starting on an A. So we would be on the A string in 3rd position playing the G. Which finger do we use? There you go. Not too bad. It could be more in tune, yes? When you shift, don't forget to move your thumb. Did you forget you had a thumb?
Yeah.
Did you? I think we should do it. Let's go back to 4 slurred and do it again. Right there, move your thumb. So let me show you a little bit. I moved my thumb a little more than you. So here I'm in 5th position. My thumb's underneath, my hands around, a little more than you did. And then I go to 3rd. See my thumb? Go back. Yes? I'm gonna sneeze and then you're go. Excuse me. Play your A and E together and see if they sound good together. A little higher on the E. Not too high. Okay. Oh, this is, I just had a thought. And check with Ifshins when you're doing your trade-in that you can trade a violin in for a bow.
I already discussed it with her at length,
At Ifshins? Oh,
like
good.
6 or 8 months ago.
Oh, that's great.
But you know,
Some people don't.
this bow is a quarter-size bow. I don't think you ever knew that, but it is, and the violin is not.
Right, okay.
Because I wanted her to have a decent bow. But we'll see. The whole thing is horrible, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing to navigate, right?
Well, but later I might be able to trade it for like a picnic
A picnic?
violin.
What's a picnic violin?
Like, you know, later when I get into the Joan thing, I might be able to get something that's not very nice that she can play at school.
Ah, picnic
Right.
meaning like you can play it outside, that kind of thing.
Yeah, play it at a picnic.
Yeah, oh fun. So Joan doesn't take trade-ins from other dealers.
Not even from me. Well, she did this last time, but not
Did she?
really. No,
Yeah, she's
They-
as a like,
as
and she'll
it-
do
she's
things
very
like-
grumpy about it. It was a knockoff Chinese cello that she
Well,
accepted.
and she also, you know, she's not going to take it for what you would get on the open market, so to speak, because she's got to make a profit.
Well, I mean, if I could buy Lena's violin on time, and if I could sell this to someone in the studio, I would.
Right.
But who's going to want a $450 violin?
Some people might, but I think it's too quiet, so I wouldn't highly recommend it. Like the next person needing one, he's fighting with his violin. Like he's trying to get a big sound, and it's frustrating him, and you know.
Right.
So I think emotionally it's not a good match for him.
Okay.
Are those
But-
the glow sticks that we're gonna use on our bows?
Practice.
But it's better now with the new strings.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I
Yeah.
mean for the Halloween concert.
No, they're too old. I don't want you guys stuck at the Halloween concert. with them.
Anyway, that's the situation.
Okay, yeah.
But I think I can get a decent thing at Ifshin's for 500. I hope so. Well, I already went there, before we found you, I went there and tried them all, and they were all too small. I mean, she was too small for it.
Oh, right.
I didn't find one that I loved.
Right.
Right.
So you mean 500 total, or you mean this plus $500?
500 total.
Okay.
The bow I'm not giving back. The bow's about $195.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then you
And
don't
the
have to worry
case
about that.
is already good because it's a quarter-size case.
So that's great. So you don't have to worry about that.
The whole trade-in is worth about 700.
So then that's
$650.
okay. So
Something.
then
But not the bow and the.
right. Okay. So then that's nice because then you don't have a lot of things that you have to worry about that they're going to take a percentage off and just the violin.
Well, we'll see if they have a $500 violin. This has a chink in it, and Ella didn't do it. I did.
I thought you meant it came like that.
Well,
That's
because
hilarious.
they'll restock fee, right?
Yeah, I mean, and who knows? You just don't point that kind of stuff out to them. I mean, that seems like
She'll
normal.
see it.
Well,
She's
yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah, some people are more picky than others.
But
Okay,
she
so
won't give
anyway.
me store credit, but close to store credit. I have a pretty good relationship with her.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, it's certainly worth trying.
This is the thing you make with the paper on like your music, and this can be the eraser since this doesn't have.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
But we'll bring you the two best ones we can
Snag up and
snag.
yeah. Okay, that
And I'll
sounds
try
great.
to get good strings on them, so you can really tell.
Yeah, that's helpful. Just the fact that they'll be new is helpful. Yes.
So the strings are like made for the size of the violin.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Very much. All right. Can we go back to the?
Okay, one
scale
more thing.
for
So when does Joan have them? 3/4 or half? You do a lot of.
half. Yeah.
Okay. And it's what, 2 or 3 years? 2 years, you think?
Depends on how fast she grows. She doesn't seem to be like a.
Beautiful.
You're right, but year and a half. 2 years.
But before I'm into really expensive bow trade. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So the reason I mentioned it is because like I have had a student before, and she had like, what did she have? $1,500 credit. Like she had a half-size violin that she got. Is it only $1,500? No, I think it was a more expensive violin, but they don't give you full value for it. So then it was going to trade in, and she was only going to get $1,500. The numbers are maybe are irrelevant, but it was numbers like that. And then she was looking at $3,000 violin. She was looking at $3,000 violins, and they weren't as good as some I had in the studio. Then she started looking at $4,000 3/4, and then they matched the ones that were for sale in the studio. But my violins for sale in the studio were $3,000. So she spent $4,500 to get a $3,000 violin. But then,
Trust me, if Lena's mother took Visa, since I don't have any cash, you know what I mean? I don't have cash.
right,
Right, has to go on my credit card.
yeah.
So, I mean, unless she's willing to let me pay $100 a month for it. But then
You
you're
guys,
not
yeah.
gonna help me sell this one, so then I'm stuck.
Yeah, well, what I would do is put it on a bulletin board at Crowding. They've got the whole Suzuki program there. And it's not that, if I had the right kid for it, then maybe, but the kid that's in my mind, that's the next size up. One's the same size, but I only have a few kids that aren't her size, and one the family has, the family has the violins, and then one is her size, and the other kid is Conrad, and he's the one that I think is fighting the violin, fighting the. And actually, he's on this size violin, so what am I even saying? I think he's on this size.
Probably is too.
Yeah, so.
Alright.
All right, my dear. Do the G major scale one more time, but when you shift, you move your thumb, okay? Thumb. Yes, better. Now get moving with the thumb. That's it. Good. That's what I want you to work on. Move, thumb, wind, shift. Okay, and it'll help your intonation.
Okay.
That's what we want, right?
Yes.
Did Lena already get a violin?
She was trying violins over the break. I haven't seen her yet. All right, let's do Martini. Forgot.
Did he forget something though?
Mm-hmm. You forgot to practice. But you're not going to forget. Ella remembered. end, the big sort of dramatic crescendo. So I'm going to put that in the review box, but I am going to ask you that you play it each day, and you play it, and you try to have more fun with it each day. Play around with the dynamics, with the energy. What is a gavotte, by the way?
A dance.
And where do they dance these dances?
At the ball.
At the ball. And what is another name for a ball? A party. Do people have fun at parties?
Yes.
I mean, sometimes people don't like parties. Introverts, you know, people like that. Like my mother. My mother wouldn't love parties or dancing. But I do.
Poor mother.
Poor mother. She likes to cook for parties, but she doesn't like to everybody's different, but generally speaking, parties are for having fun. And so your music has to be sort of fun music. Deal?
Yeah.
Unless you're really sad in that mood, then you can play it however you want. All right. So you were working on the reading concerto, huh?
Yeah.
Do I get to hear it?
Yeah, but I have to have
That's fine. All right. Go for it. So I'm going to give you a little, it's like an exploration. I want you to do this on your own. I mean, an adult can be with you and sort of help remind you what to do, but I want you to mark what you think the phrases are, not what any of the adults think. Does it make sense? Do you remember what a phrase is?
Yeah.
So let's just do the first couple together, and then you'll you'll do it on your
I
own.
think like the. Might be just the A.
Okay, so then what, you would take this,
Until.
yeah, you don't have to label them because there's gonna be so many, but I mean, I guess we could if you wanted, so, right? You do a slash. That's where you sign up to. Then you do the, and I personally, I mean, you can sing it if you want, or you can play on your violin, right?
Yeah.
Whichever works for you, okay? So that's the first step. Lots of the dynamics are marked in, but we're gonna talk about if there are any dynamics that you want to add. And I want you to start memorizing it, right? And then there's some different bow strokes I wanna work on, but actually when you get your louder violin, we'll do more with the dynamics, because I think you'll have a bigger vocabulary.
Yeah, and a louder violin.
That's what, yeah, so when I say bigger vocabulary, I mean, so then you'll be able to play it in quiet, medium, loud, and very loud, and very concerto-ish. Did you, have you guys started yet, YPCO?
Saturday.
Fun, okay. So, I think that that's a good next step for this, deal? But I think I don't know, I think she'll be able to do it probably the very first concert if
I think
they're-
so too.
Yeah. If
Wait,
it's
the next concert.
the YPCO concert.
Yeah, but I need my music.
You're not gonna use your music for your YPCO concert. Look at me. He offers music to students, and you say no. Eventually, like right now it's not memorized, but that's one of your projects.
Yeah, but I only need the music for the YPCO orchestra for the whole.
Right, for all that you do need music, that's a lot of music to memorize, right? But for your solo with YPCO, you will play without music,
Okay.
so you can start to memorize it. Deal?
Yeah.
Alright. Can you play your little minuet?
Yes. With the piece.
Yes, but just jump to the minor section.
So I just take the first repeat of the da 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 da.
No, go to the minor section, that's the major section.
Oh, just I go to the minor section and I
Just
do it now.
boom, start on it, right. shape of things. Now, can I borrow your violin? So even though your violin can't play loud, your violin can play either thin and wispy, or it can play thick and gritty, or it can play in between in various amounts, right? So in this piece, even if it's quiet, we can take advantage of this violin because we know it's not going to get too loud, right? But we still... This is the wrong size for me. So when it's quiet, we can do this, and we can play this sort of wispy sound, or we can use less bow and have a warmer sound, like a cozier sound. You know what I mean? Like a sound that's your bow's hugging the string, right? So that way, we don't run the risk of having our bow be uneven because it's or slipping. Try it. Circle, 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 circle. Yes. So on this one, what I would like you to do is to just practice keeping your quiet tone warm instead of fuzzy. Okay, all right. And then I think you can learn the Gavotte in G minor. Do, 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 do. So open it up to the music. By the way, start memorizing Devil's Dream if you haven't already.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Is this part of the piece?
yes. But this piece is like Martini Gavotte, where it has this section that keeps coming back. So this section is the A section, and then it happens again. Then we go to the B section, then the A section, and the C section, and the A section. It's a very short piece. This part, we have some walking fingers here. Just wanted to mark that. Okay, what else do I need to mark? Okay, you need to watch out for the opens and fours. So that's one of the special things about this piece is when do we use open and when do we use four? Okay, so let's try it. And it's quiet. Now walk the four. Good. Open, four. Walk. Up, down. Down, four. Good, let's go on to the B section. Let's start with E flats. Funny bowing, doesn't it? Don't you think this is funny bowing? You don't think so? Well, now it has funny notes, but the bowing's pretty good. So just be careful that you keep the notes even. That's a common thing there, is to change the rhythm of the notes. Yeah, let's go slow. We don't have to go that fast. We're not in a race. Now up, up. it says D, but it's the C section, right? Now 4. Open. Open, then 4. So it doesn't say it here, but it's the exact same pattern of notes, so it's the exact same thing. Start there in the D. There you go, and then it's the A section again. See, that's going to be a pretty easy one for you to learn, right? Yeah. And then next is my grandmother's favorite. Humoresque. You love humoresque? It's a fun one. All right. I think we should take a bow. Thank you.
Wow, I folded up my weekend show.
Do you have a piece that you introduce vibrato on, or do you
I do
just
exercises.
decide when they're ready and do exercises?
Yeah, it depends on their left hand and how stable it is and how in tune they're playing and how much time we have and if I'm
Right.
spending a ton of time on shifting and and we just need to